Morning, guys. I'm back again. My name is Airo. So, sorry it's been some time before I was able to create another video. So, welcome back. So, again, welcome back to Tarot Page Philippines. My name is Airo, one of the admins of this page and also this channel. So, as promised before, I'll give a brief overview of the tarot deck, especially when it comes to the history of these fascinating cards that can be used for not just divination, but also to help us with our daily lives. So, kung napapansin nyo po, very unique yung horoscope na ginagawa on a daily basis. It's not just based on the planetary signs and also the stars, but also we are using a typical tarot deck, the tarot cards. So, where did the tarot cards came from? Kung mag-search ka sa Google or mag-research ka on books, on writings, on history, there's a ton of information na pwede mong makuha. And most of them, irrelevant. But let's just look on some of the known history of the tarot cards and their origins. Well, basically, the tarot deck was first seen in recorded history through the paintings in the early 15th century within northern Italy. So if you're going to look at the history, there are paintings of the young, the elite, and also those rich at that time na nakadepict doon na naglalaro sila ng mga cards, which in return are the tarot decks. They're using it as a form of game. If you're going to go to Italy or get information from an Italian, they're going to tell you na they have such game. And also, these cards found their way going to the southern France during that time. During that time kasi yung Renaissance period, if you know your history, it's a time where people are going back from going out of the Dark Ages, and they're going forward to reviving literature, music, art, science, and tarot cards was one of them. They saw yung ganda ng cards na to and the game, so they obtain it enough to for it to be a game. I talked with somebody na office mate ko, and she's a native of France, and she said na they have such game, the tarot. Iba-iba kasi yung tawag dyan eh. So, mayroon tarot, depende kasi sa accent mo or origin mo. May tarot, merong tarot. So, iba-iba. But same thing, it's all about its tarot cards. So, during this time, they saw also in that period in the southern France the potential of these decks for divination, especially with the renowned occultist during that time, si Eliphas Levi. So, during the 1854, he wrote a book, The Doctrine and Ritual of High Magic. He was the first individual to associate the tarot cards sa mga ibang mystic approaches, including the Hebrew letter, also the Kabbalah, zodiac signs, the planetary signs, and also the elements. He was the one who opened a whole new plane of looking at the tarot deck from a different perspective. So that's one of the most concrete history of the origin of the tarot deck. And up to now, no one knows who really designed it or ano bang purpose niya. Was it just for games? Or does it serve a higher purpose? Now, another thing that I was able to find out researching this is that another story came that it was that the cards came from a group of gypsies who were traveling from Romania. And they, of course, we know gypsies, sila yung mga mysticists of the European side. So they brought this deck and introduced this to Romania as they travel, since gypsies are travelers by nature, and they are using it for divination or fortune telling. And this is just one of the stories also. However, there's another story that dates back that the tarot cards came from China, because in the Tang Dynasty, if I remember it correctly, around 800 BC, they depict cards that are being used to be played. Pero hindi siya ganon kapareho, or yung designs were not that the same with the normal tarot cards that we are using right now. Also, there's another story that it came from somewhere in the Middle East, where they were using it in a form of a game as well. But it's yet to be validated. Currently, the most accepted origin of the tarot decks is from the northern Italy. But who designed it? No one knew. Now, currently, we're using a lot of tarot decks. So behind me, you will see different styles of tarot decks that I currently have right now, and I'm hoping madagdagan sila sa growing family. So before, the cards were so plain in using it na kung you if you really have, if you're not that of a reader, and you don't have very strong intuitions or psychic abilities, as others would say, it will really be hard for you to understand or grasp the meanings of each card. Now, let's look at the card. During the time around the turn of the 19th century, there was a group of occultists known as the Order of the Golden Dawn, who systematically wrote what they know about the philosophies of divination, from the Kabbalah, the zodiac sign, and everything in between. But there were two very distinct people during that time that made a very big impact in the cards or the tarot deck. It was Arthur Edward White, and also Pamela Cole Smith. Who are they? Silang creator na itong deck na to. The Rider Tarot Deck, or the White Rider Tarot Deck, who, after this was introduced, ito na naging basis ng karamihan ng lahat ng cards. The themes of the other cards, kahit anumang theme yan, kung dolls man siya, or their theme is for fairies, or dragons, or whatnot, lahat sila nag-refer dito. Why? This is the most sought after design, and sila yung pinakamang nag-reflect ng mga aspects ng bawat card. Even yung minor arcana, they were able to depict it in a very stunning and a very strong message that even the minor arcana can give already the meanings that you are seeking, or answer to your questions using the tarot deck. Now, so that is just a brief history of what the tarot deck is. On the next video, I'm going to introduce you to the tarot deck, the major arcana, and also the minor arcana. Until then, I would request if you could please subscribe and also like this channel. So in the future, you could share this to other people who would also like to learn more. If you have questions, please feel free to leave your questions and comments. If you have any topics regarding the tarot deck or tarot cards that you would like me to research as a tarot card reader, feel free to leave your comments so we will be able to get back to you. So till then, again, my name is Airo. I'll see you on our next video. Thank you for watching.